Robert, thank you for the product.
Thank you.
We look forward to working with it, and congratulations.
Thank you. Okay. Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll just say a couple words. It was September 2010, rushing through Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, flying back to San Francisco with my boss at the time, who was the president of the business, and I was the vice president, and we flew back. And we sat down on a plane together, and we had a sensor that failed. After 5 years, it failed. It was difficult to use, didn't get reimbursement, too expensive. And on the plane, we sat down, we kind of, for about 6 hours, decided and debated what we needed to do to get it right. And we coined the term Fisher-Price friendly. It needed to be kind of easy to use, and we needed to make it more cost effective. And we went to our R&D team, and we said, this needs to be at the price of a latte per day. It was currently at about $15 per day, so we need to bring it down to $3. And they were able to do it. They were able to find a way to kind of extend the wear of the sensor for a longer period of time, and that helped bring it down. And I mention that because a lot of the time we focus so much on the next bell and whistle, the next feature, and I see very much us going forward, really thinking about how we can make our technologies more accessible and using the science and the innovation that was incredible what they were able to do to bring down the cost. And just one more side story, it was 3 months before launching, and we were doing the review with the marketing team, and they did all the research. You know, how much would people pay? You know, everybody who's kind of done any of this kind of research with consumers, with government officials, and it basically said at a 95% confidence level, you could price this at $100. Across the board, every country, every payer, every consumer. And for about 7 hours, we were debating, why would we price this at $100? And at the end, this very uncomfortable answer came out, which was because we can. And the data said that we could. So we decided to go a different route. We decided to think what we all hear about in society is, how do we make this accessible? And we priced it at half the amount with no science or data behind it. We said, we'll price it at half, even though we could price it at 100. And I think it's a combination of those two factors that have really kind of made this product in terms of what it's going to be for people living with diabetes. And I urge a lot of how we think about this, how we really challenge ourselves. And I think Abbott's kind of starting to go down this path, which is, you know, we can't do it just because they say we can do it. We need to think differently about how to make all of this accessible to people. So I want to thank the award for all the people. There's an incredible amount of people, 3,000 people that worked on this for six years. Thank you for what you're doing here also. This is the first time I'm attending, but this is great. So thank you.
Dave, congratulations.
Thank you.
Dave is from Oklahoma. That's not why he's getting the award. But you like Okies. And you have done something incredible. You allowed a highly accurate, very important diagnostic test for cardiologists, and you connected it to a smartphone. And I think probably at least thousands of lives have been saved. And this was just a great thing, and it took a lot for you to start this company. And I so respect you as a friend and an innovator. We know a lot of innovators, but you're getting the first award, so congratulations.
I am honored, I'm thankful, and I'm humbled. I got to say one thing. 6 years ago, in May of 2011, this lady calls me, and then later at the Heart Rhythm Society meeting walks up and introduces herself to me. Now 6 years later, and the next fall at the Body Computing Conference, we had our first real-world validation study of our smartphone ECG. What I will tell you is, yes, we have 20 million ECGs, hundreds of thousands of users, and lots of people's lives saved. So that's very rewarding. But as rewarding is the fact that I have new friends. And as Leslie and Gary and Ed know, LA is my second home. And today, because of that woman walking up to me, I have two of my kids living here, not only at USC, but at Cedars-Sinai. And I am appreciative for having these friends. So thank you.
Thank you for letting me hound you.
Thank you.
Okay.